Okay, so I'm on my VM, lab VM, and now let us understand the concept of functors. So I have created a simple main method. It just displays functors for me for now. So as we had taken an example of square method in our slides, let's create a similar method. So I will say int square here, and I'm going to pass it as some int parameter, int x. You can give any name instead of x. Here I'm making use of x, right? And I'll say return of x into x. So this returns a square of integer x, and the return type is int here, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm also going to define an integer array. So I'll say int data, and let me give it size 5 equals to open close braces, and I'll give it values maybe 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I have given 5 values. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to call a function transform, about which I have already explained to you in the slide. So I'll say transform. So if you look at the autocomplete feature here, it shows it the first argument is iterator, second is an iterator, third is the basically so let's look at this one here. Okay, so I will give here data. This is the first value or first iterator or beginning. This next one is data plus 5 comma, this is the data where we have to store the result, and finally square. So let me copy this and paste it here, right? So now in this case, if you will see that I'm trying to basically call this transform method with one of the argument as function, and it is being treated as an object. So as far as the arguments are concerned, I had already explained in the slide that this is input iterator to the first element to the last element. This is the result, basically the third argument, and this is the unary operator, right? So going back to the VM here, so this is first, last, this is where the result is to be stored, and this is the operation, in this case unary operation, which I'm passing, and this is an object of the function square, right? And after that we will try to display the values. So let me display the values after this. So what I'm going to do is I'll say for int I equal to 0, I is less than, let's say 5 here, and then I'll say I plus plus, I'll open bracket and close bracket, and then I'll display cout here data of, I'll say I, and I'll also put endl l, right? So let us try to run this program and see the output. So before we can run this program, you will see that this is a method call, right? And these are the arguments we are passing. So we have to end this particular method call or statement with a semicolon here. I'll put a semicolon here and I'll run this program. I'll say build, I will say run. And then if you will say build and execute, let us go and see the output here. So you will see that it is 0, 1, 4, 9 and 16, which is the square of the numbers which are stored in the array, right? So we have basically treated this function as a functor. Functor is when you use function as an object, right? So this is how we make use of functors in C++.